Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podium Podcast, where you're joined by me, Karen.
Hi, I'm Video Rodula, and today we're going to be looking at our 2022 season predictions. I'm, for one, very excited. Are you, Karen?
Yes, I am. We've all been seeing the new liveries come out, and obviously what a season it was in 2021. So I think everyone's excited about it, and that's the main topic of today's video.
Yeah, so do you want to get started?
Sure. So we've got some questions that we're going to ask each other. So the first one that we've got is driver championship winner. So obviously we have Verstappen last year. Do we think that he's going to be there? Possibly Hamilton, because he's signed the contract with Mercedes again. Possibly Ferrari. And I know you're going to say McLaren, but I don't think many people would say that. Yeah. What are your thoughts if you were to name three, the top three?
You know what, if I had to name three contenders for the championship, I would have to go for, both Ferrari drivers, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. And I would have to, I know you're going to be annoyed at me for saying this, but I'm gonna have to go.
No, you can't.
Lando Norris. Like, how was
No.
Oh
no. So we've got a 7-time world championship winner, and we've got the person who won the previous 2021 championship, and you don't think they would be in the top three?
No, definitely not.
I don't understand that. But you think, but at the same time, you think someone who's not that experienced, who's not that talented, who's got a McLaren as a car, I would put Sainz as I think he would win. And then I'll put my second bet would probably be Verstappen, and then third I would put Hamilton.
No George Russell.
No, I don't think so.
For me, I
think he'll take a bit to get used to the car and to get used to the team. I think also I think they're going to favor Hamilton for this season, because obviously it's going to be one of his last seasons, or it might be his last. Who knows?
I mean, it could be, but surely they'll want to favor George Russell because he's the new generation. He's the next world champion for Mercedes. Surely they want to make sure Hamilton has a couple of seasons and then make him retire. But anyway, let's get back to.
No, I don't think so.
Let's get back.
So anyway, so on to the second question, the constructors. So who do we think is going to win the constructors? So obviously we know about Ferrari improving the car, so they've got potential to win the drivers, certainly with Sainz. But do you think that Leclerc has the potential to match Sainz or to come close to Sainz and then to win the constructors overall? I don't think so. I think it would be quite difficult for him to do that. I think the constructors won't be Mercedes. I don't think Hamilton has it. Neither does Russell, because I think he'll take time to get used to it, and I think Hamilton will favour him. I think, to be honest, I think Red Bull have a chance. To be honest, I think Red Bull. I would say.
No.
I think so. With Perez, I think with Perez and with Verstappen, who was the previous champion winner, I think I think Red Bull have a good chance at winning the championship.
I think the constructors championships is all about the team. You can't just have one good driver and then one bad driver and expect to win it. You need to have two decent drivers, and I think Red Bull, I don't think they have a chance. I mean, last season they had the best car on the grid. Okay, and Mercedes had Bottas, who wasn't doing that well. He was getting 8th, 7th, 6th. Now they don't have a chance. They've got Mercedes, George Russell, and Lewis, 7-time world champion. They've got Ferrari, Sainz, and Leclerc, and okay, fine, McLaren, Norris, and Ricciardo. But I put Mercedes as my constructors championship winner. So for my constructors championship winner, I've gone for Mercedes to equally match drivers. I think Ferrari, for me, I put Leclerc down as my drivers championship winner, but I don't think they will be constructors. I don't think they have two very good drivers. I think Ferrari does favor one driver more than the other, Leclerc and Vettel, for example. But I think constructors, I think it has to go to Mercedes. What about you?
Well, I wouldn't agree with you that they favor someone, because you're talking about Vettel and Leclerc, but to be honest, that's that was back then. I don't think that's the case now because
Now it's going to be even
I
worse.
felt, and I think everyone felt that they favoured Leclerc, but obviously
They did.
Sainz was winning, so how can they favour Leclerc?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying now. Leclerc is supposed to be the new generation. Carlos Sainz, he's a great
Yeah, so
driver.
Sainz,
Yeah,
so
but I think
Sainz.
honestly, they're gonna favor the person who's winning more than the other. I think it's gonna be more of a
So you
number
think they
one.
favour Sainz? Well,
Yeah,
no, but I'm
definitely.
talking about favouring in terms of like they say you stay back, you go first, and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I'm
Fernando
talking
is
about that kind
faster
of
than
favouring.
you. Fernando is faster than you. Germany 2012, I think. Even Vettel and Leclerc. Ferrari's got a history of having a number one and number two driver. Now, won't be surprised if they
I
do
don't
it
think
again
that's the
next
case
season.
anymore, to be honest.
I think
To
it
be honest,
will.
I don't think that's the case.
I mean, even in 2020, they treated Vettel so badly. I can't see how they're gonna, say, oh, we're gonna have a neutral team. They're obviously gonna favor one more than the other. Red Bull did it last season, so all the good
Yeah,
teams.
but Leclerc, they favoured Leclerc. They favoured Leclerc when when Vettel was there, and
Yeah,
then
they
now you're
favor the better
saying they're
driver.
favouring
They
Sainz.
favor the better driver more than anyone else.
No,
Yes, they
teams
do.
don't favour like that. No, teams favour who they think they've got potential and who they want to stay at the team. They don't necessarily favour who's doing better at the time.
They do, because then I mean, Sergio Perez has
No,
good potential.
no, they
Verstappen
don't.
has good
They don't.
potential. Why didn't they favor
No,
Perez?
Perez.
Verstappen's
Look
doing a
how
better
much
job in
older
that
he
car.
is. Look how much older he is, Perez.
Oh wait, you know what? Let's get to the next.
How many years has he been driving? What, 2009, 2010, 2011? It was around those years.
But I mean, Hamilton's been driving since 2007, and he is the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think Ferrari have a chance of winning constructors. I think Mercedes obviously do 7-time world championship winner, and they've obviously got George Russell as well. So I think they've got a good chance. But for me, I think Red Bull in some way, I think they might have the best chance because obviously they have a good car. Verstappen won last year, and they've got Perez, who's I think a really underrated driver, and I think he did really well last year as a number two driver and as a team player. So personally, I think if he has better luck, because he did have some bad luck at the beginning of the season with technical issues and stuff like that, I think this year he could do really well.
I mean, yeah, Red Bull. It's a hard one for me, Red Bull. Yes, they've got the money, but do they have the resources and the R&D to produce a good championship winning car? They struggled to produce a championship winning car. Where last year it was always neck and neck between Mercedes.
So yes, so now we're going to talk about the most improved driver, so the most improved throughout the season, and who we think is going to improve next season. So for me, I'll put Tsunoda. I think it was his rookie season, and considering he was in an AlphaTauri, he did well. Obviously, he came P7 and P4, which is quite good for an AlphaTauri. And also, I think next year he will improve even more, and who knows if the car will improve as well. So yeah, what did you put?
I put Mick Schumacher down. I think rookie season as well as Tsunoda. I think he's definitely got the capability to do really well in the Haas. And with Haas, what was again? Oh yeah, by from Monza onwards, they invested no money into 2021 car, but 2022 they put huge amounts of money into it. So I think they'll do quite well next season. And Mick Schumacher, Formula 2 world champion, I think he's got the capability to do really well, unlike his teammate Mazepin.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've been, to be honest, I think it's a reoccurring theme that I've been a bit too hard on him because obviously my favorite driver is Michael Schumacher, so I want him to be as good as him. So I think maybe I've been a bit too harsh on him, and I think he's done better than what I thought. But yeah, I guess you got to understand that he is in a Haas. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's
Haas are the worst
it's
team
fair
in the
fair enough.
grid by far.
Yeah.
I mean,
So yeah, that's understandable.
do you wanna move on to the next question?
Sure.
All right. So next question is, who do you think is going to be the dark horse in 2022? And before we start,
Okay.
Aaron, what did you do? What did you pick?
So I put Perez, which you might be surprised to hear. I think he was a really good number two driver in Red Bull uh, last season. I think he did such a good job at Abu Dhabi trying to get Hamilton off. I think what a job he did there. That was so funny to watch. And I'm sure it was very painful for Hamilton fans as well. I love seeing that. But yeah, he was a great team player, great number two driver. And overall in the grid, I think he did really well. He came quite high up. And considering that he had some technical difficulties and the beginning of the season, and then considering that they also favoured Verstappen, and he was always a number two driver, I think all of that considered, I think he was a really good driver then, and I think he's going to improve this season as well. Obviously, he's quite an old driver. He's not one of the youngest ones. He's been driving for quite a while now, but I still think he's gotten used to having a better car. And obviously, this is the best team he's ever been in. It's unfortunate that for basically he's had quite a long career and he's never been in a championship winning car ever.
Yeah, I mean, Perez is a good shout. I mean, in his first rookie season for Red Bull, he did quite well, better than Albon and Gasly and Kvyat. So I think he's got capability to do, challenging Verstappen for, podiums and wins and overall, just being a better teammate. So yeah, I think that's a good shout. I put Fernando Alonso for Dark Horse. I think in his first
Really?
yeah, in his first season back, he did better than anyone else would have thought. Podium and Qatar, and Alpine got a very strong lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if I see, Alonso challenging for those podiums more. I would love to see that. And also,
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, mate.
well, I mean, he's got a podium already last season, and he's got a couple of P4s, P5s. In Hungary.
Yeah, but you got to remember he's getting old now. He already is old, and he's getting even older. And if you listen to all old F1 drivers, they say when you start to get to the end of your career, your reaction time and everything, it goes like, when you see an opportunity to overtake, when you see gaps and everything, when you figure out the route that you're going to go, you think about it, and before you can do anything, it's already been taken, and you're just that that split second behind the time. And I think I'm surprised it hasn't caught up with him already, but I think it will. So whilst he might get back into F1 and he might get used to it again, you got to remember he's a very experienced driver, so it's not going to take him long to settle back into F1. And he only took 1 year off anyway, so
Yeah,
I can't see him improving.
I honestly think the Alpine would be a very decent car next season. And you know what? Alonso,
Yeah, but he's 40 years old.
Yeah, but he's a two-time world champion.
He's 40.
That doesn't come just like that. He's got, he's definitely easily in the top 15 drivers of all time, definitely. And I think, him.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. No shadow of doubt. And I don't think it's impossible for an Alpine to challenge for a podium, maybe a win. Hungary, Ocon won, and really that was thanks to Alonso holding Hamilton up. So yeah, I put Alonso down for my dark horse for 2022.
Yeah, I mean, I still find it difficult to agree with that. I will agree he's a great driver and he did well last season, but I can't really see him improving much. And also, I don't see the Alpine really improving much either. And they might improve a lot, even if they do improve a lot. You still got to think about Ferrari, they're going to improve a lot. I don't think McLaren will improve a lot because they already improved quite a lot. So I don't think they will improve much more. I don't think Red Bull will improve much more. I don't think Mercedes will improve much more, but I think Ferrari will because, as we know, their cars haven't been that good recently. So I think if you look at patterns, I think now is their time to improve. And I can't see many other teams improving because they've already improved quite recently. So
yeah, I mean, Red Bull and Mercedes are the top teams, and I think Ferrari will do very well next season, but don't cancel out McLaren. I think they've got the chance to do really well. Anyway, do you want to move on to the next question?
Sure.
All right. So the next question is who do you think will be an unexpected race winner? Shall I go first, or do you want to say your unexpected?
Well, I think I know who you're going to go for. I think I know who you're going to go for. And to be honest, I would agree with you if that is what you put. I'm guessing you put Mick Schumacher.
No, I do not.
No, okay, fair enough. Well, I would say Mick Schumacher. I think he's definitely, if the Haas car improves, he's definitely got a chance. Yeah, that's what I put. Who did you put?
I put Bottas. I think it takes something like Hungary, where half the field's wiped out. I think it takes just one of those races, and I think Bottas has got the experience to lead a race. I think he's won 7 Grand Prix or 8. So I think he's got experience to win a race. And yeah, it just takes one little moment of magic. And I think Bottas will do it easily. He's got the capability to win a race. So yeah, that's
fair enough. I mean, I think he can definitely win in a Mercedes, but considering he didn't win anything last season and he was in a Mercedes and now he's moving all the way down to Alfa Romeo. What did he win?
He won the Turkish Grand Prix and he got.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah, actually, he did. And I remember thinking that's the last race he's going to win. Yeah, actually, now I remember. He actually did all right that season. But in 2020, I don't think he did as well.
Yeah, 2020 was a bit of a poor year, but I think 2021, I think a lot of people underestimated him. I think he was there on the podium when Mercedes needed him to, and I think he did it all right.
Yeah, but when he's going to go all the way down to Alfa Romeo, he's literally gone from one of the worst cars to one of the best cars to one of the worst cars. So I can't see him winning a race next season.
But I mean, with 2022, I mean, anything's possible. Different changes to the car. So maybe lower down the field, some teams may propel, some teams may go down. So it's anyone's game to play.
Anything's possible in 2022.
Yeah. Do you want to move on to the last question?
Yeah. So the biggest upset. So I'm going to let you talk about this one first because I'm interested to see what you put for this one.
I think, honestly, I put a driver down for the biggest upset, but I think Lewis Hamilton is going to be the biggest upset. I think.
Why?
I think he's lost the fire, that feeling to win a race, after the Grand Prix, he was off social media for a long time. And that's not like him normally. He's always active on social media. So just from that, it shows that, he's in a different place. He's not like a young driver where they've got that fire, that, adrenaline to do quite well. But I just don't see him doing well. I think that his time to win a championship, the time to break the record of championships is over. The younger generation has overtaken him now, Verstappen, and Charles Leclerc, Sainz, Norris, George Russell, even as a teammate. I can't see him doing well. But he set the bar so high that anything under it, which is quite likely for him in 2022, is going to be an upset. So yeah, I'll put Hamilton for me. What about you?
Well, yeah, I mean, you said he's not going to have the fire of a younger driver. Of course he's not, because he's 37.
Yeah, that's so.
I mean, yeah, obviously he's not going to, but I don't think it's an upset. I mean, he's done 7 world championships, and to be honest, I think he cried about it a bit too much, because if you look at his career, he had one of the best, if not the best luck of any F1 driver. If you look at Schumacher and Hamilton, because they're the two with the most champion wins, if you look at them and you compare their careers, they're 2 very different careers, and one of them had to fight for it, and one of them had to basically improve a team. He had to build a team, and the other one got everything handed to him on a plate. So I mean, you can't cry about it anymore, because to be honest, the fact that he got 7 world championships, that is incredible luck. Because if you look at Schumacher, he was at Benetton, he got 2 championships. He then got for a year he stopped driving in Formula One because he got banned by the FIA. That season he could have easily won, so he got one season robbed from him. Then he got the other season robbed where who was it? Was it, I think it was Damon Hill pushed him out of the track, and Damon Hill ended up winning. And Damon Hill actually admitted Schumacher should have won. So those are 2 championships straight away, 2 years that he could have won. So it could have been 9. And then you've also got the year that he was trying to prep Ferrari to win, because he was actually like he was the last man in the garage. He was helping the people who were the mechanics. He was helping them fix the car. He was helping them decide everything. He was, a lot of the time, he was like a manager almost, not just a Formula One driver. He was helping the mechanics. He was asking them things. He was telling them what to improve. He essentially built the team. So those are 3 years, 3 seasons that he could have won that he didn't win. So essentially, he could have won 10 championships. Who knows? And you look at Hamilton's career, he went basically straight into a McLaren, championship winning car. Then he went into a Mercedes, again championship winning car. And guess who made Mercedes? Schumacher. He took over when they transitioned to Mercedes from Brawn GP, and Mercedes was shocking when they began. Brawn GP, obviously very good team, but then Mercedes was shocking, and he went there solely to improve the team. He didn't go there for personal reasons. He didn't go there to win another 2 championships or whatever. He went there to improve the car and to sort out the car, and that's exactly why Ross Brawn hired him, because he knew he could do that, because he saw him in Benetton, saw him in Ferrari, and he knew that he was capable of that. And yeah, that's what I think. So I think he should stop crying.
I mean, luck doesn't buy you, 7 world championships, most poles, most race wins, etc. But I'm not saying that.
No, he's a good driver. He is a good
Yeah,
driver, obviously. But what I'm saying is, there are Schumacher, I believe, one of the reasons why I believe he's a better driver is because he had those struggles of those 3 years that he basically could have won. And so if you look at on paper what it is, yes, they're a tie on paper, but um, I wouldn't say he's a better driver, because,
I mean,
and that's just one of the many, many reasons.
I mean, for Hamilton, he's most seasons, except for I'll probably say 2010 to 2012 era, all the seasons. Actually, no, even then, he's been fighting for a championship. In his rookie season, he was 1 point off the championship.
Yeah,
That's in a rookie season, so that's quite incredible.
yeah,
But I mean, even
yeah.
in
But look at his car, though. Yeah,
it
fair
doesn't
enough.
matter about his
That's
car.
great. He's a great driver. I know that. But then look at his car. He went straight into a good car.
True, but then where was Fernando Alonso?
Whereas, Michael Schumacher, he
Yeah.
went into a Jordan, and Jordan weren't doing well, and he was winning. He was winning races in a Jordan when he was a new driver, a new team, and the team weren't doing well either because the car was bad, and he was still winning.
Yeah, but
So you're comparing a driver who was new against a new team that had a bad car with a new driver that had a good team and an old team.
regardless, though, I
So
mean,
I mean, you can't
he should
compare the two, can you?
ultimately talking about luck. I mean, Hamilton's been unlucky. 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That's an example of luck going against him. 2007 Chinese Grand Prix. When
Yeah, but we've already agreed. No, no, no. Don't talk about 2021 Abu Dhabi, because now I'm gonna name and shame you, because
what?
we agreed in the episode that was the first episode, I believe. We both agreed that Hamilton has had more. So we know that Verstappen had more bad luck than good luck, and Hamilton shouldn't have even got that close anyway. Oh,
If
as well,
Latifi
Hamilton
didn't
got
crash, if
favoured.
Latifi didn't crash, Hamilton would be world champion for that race
Yeah,
only.
but should he have been? Should he have been? Should he have been? No,
But
no,
that's just a
exactly.
fact. Racing is all about luck as well. You can't expect everything to go your way. There's always going to be something.
Yeah, that's fine. But then, yeah, that's fine. But then, wait 1 second. That's fine. But then, if you look at the luck, it's like you know, yeah. So yeah, you could talk about luck, but then I don't really think I don't really think Hamilton has had any bad luck. If you look at talent and how talent can sometimes be wasted if it's in the wrong car or whatever.
Mm.
If he's had the best if he's had like the optimum opportunity to kind of show his talent, then I don't think you can call that bad luck because he has had the optimum opportunity, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, you could say that, but I mean, racing is all about luck. If Latifi didn't crash, would Verstappen be world champion? You know, but then,
Well,
and
no, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be, obviously, but he shouldn't have got to that point. He shouldn't have got to that point. It should
true.
have always been that Verstappen was ahead, and he shouldn't have gone into that race. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching our previous videos. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and see you next video. Have you got anything to say?
Yeah, just make sure to follow the Podium blog on Instagram. You know, Podium blog F1. That's the username. So yeah, just thank you for watching.
Yep, see you next week. Bye. Could win the championship.